So we have seen the type of mucormycosis. Now we'll see what type of investigation we have to do when we get or when we diagnose clinical diagnosis that of the mucormycosis. Just now we discussed all these signs and symptoms of the mucormycosis. Once the means physician or the expert faculty clinically diagnose the mucormycosis, we confirm the infection with the investigation like nasal endoscopy with biopsy and the histopathology. Also the KOH mount for nasal discharge, orbital discharge culture. MRI CT is the best method to see the extension. Also there are the blood investigation to rule out the underlying disease and inflammatory markers. So we confirm mucormycosis diagnosis by these investigations. So the type of mucormycosis and the investigation we have seen. Now we see the medical management, the treatment management, different modality of treatment for the mucormycosis. And why we are worried about the mucormycosis? Because the treatment is very expensive, very extensive, and there is the disfigurement of the because of this mucormycosis infection. So we had divided the medical management in 3 steps. Early detection and early initiation of the medical treatment is very important. Rapid reversal of underlying predisposing risk factor is also important. For example, diabetic mellitus, you have to control diabetes to prevent the complication of mucormycosis. And the third part is the surgical debridement of all necrotic tissue. So what is the medical management? Medical management, amphotericin B, that is the antifungal agent. So deoxycholate amphotericin B we are using when the patient's renal functions are normal. That time we can use the deoxycholate amphotericin B because it is the less cost, its cost is less compared to the liposomal amphotericin B. So the test dosed 1 milligram IV infused over 20 to 30 minutes. Then we use the loading dose 0.25 to 0.5 milligram per kg IV over 2 to 6 hours. Then maintenance dose of the deoxycholate amphotericin is 0.25 to 1 milligram per kg IV 4 times a day. Then second is the liposomal amphotericin B, which is costly than the deoxycholate amphotericin B, but the renal toxicity is less compared to deoxycholate. So when patient having the renal dysfunction, that type we are using liposomal amphotericin B. The dose of liposomal amphotericin B is 5 milligram per kg per day up to the 10 milligram per kg per day. When 5 milligram, when there is no CNS involvement, we are using 5 milligram, and but when there is the CNS involvement, that goes 10 milligram per kg per day. The one vial of the amphotericin contain 50 milligram of amphotericin, and that cost is in the range of 2 to 7,000 per 7,000. So one patient for one day requiring, according to these 5 to 10 milligram doses, 5 vials per day. So cost goes up to the 25 to 35,000 per day. So it is very costly, and the duration of the treatment is the 4 to 6 weeks, or it can be increased, the duration can be increased. That's why we are discussing how to prevent the mucormycosis, and everyone should be take care for the prevention. Third drug for this antifungal is the posaconazole. That oral suspension, it is available in a oral suspension 200 milligram per orally thrice a day. Tablet form 300 milligram in twice a day per orally. IV also available 300 milligram twice a day. And fourth group of drug is the isavuconazole 200 milligram per day, and that is not available in India. Also we can use this combination therapy like amphotericin B plus posaconazole, but during time of treatment, medical management, we have to strictly monitor about the RFTs, means renal function test, blood sugar level, ECG that you have to be monitored strictly. Medical management by antifungal drugs, but while using these antifungal drugs we have to monitor strictly about BSL level and the serum electrolyte level, renal function test, ECG. So patient should be under strict monitoring while medical management. Then we come to the surgical management, where there is the extensive disease and the dead tissue are there. The aim is to remove this dead tissue from affected part. So we are doing the debridement of for these dead tissues. So debridement of the paranasal sinuses by appropriate surgical approach, that is turbinectomy or the palatal resection with the clean margin, or also we can do we are doing the face procedure. When orbital involvement is there, then the orbital exenterations. When there is the cerebral abscess, so cerebral abscess drainage and by burr hole or the by craniotomy. When bowel GI is involvement, bowel resection we are doing. So the early surgical debridement plus antifungal therapy and the control of the underlying risk factor is recommended for the treatment of the mucormycosis. So these are the treatment part. I would like to show the pictures of the mucormycosis. It shows the swelling of the one face side. Also there is the blackish discoloration, ecchymosis, edema or eyes of that affected part. So this is also clinical picture of the 57-year-old female. Right eye complete ptosis, lid edema is there. So this is the clinical picture of the mucormycosis.